have one lying around here in the den of gaming?
Affirmative, somewhere. Hold on a minute. Hardware scan initiate. Scanning. Scanning deuces filth. Scanning this mess. Scan complete. It's right under your chair.
Oh, there it is. Thanks, Darren. Oh, look at it, it's so cute. Darren, did you know that when the NES was first released in Japan in 1983, it was originally called the Family Computer, or the Famicom? Before it launched in America, Europe, and Australia, Nintendo gave it a new outer shell and a new name. Thus, the NES was born.
It wasn't a terribly powerful machine, even by the standards of the 1980s. The NES had an 8-bit processor at its core and less than 5K of RAM. In comparison, the Commodore 64 home computer had 64K of RAM. But the NES was designed to be expandable. Game cartridges, or game packs as they were called, could include special chips called MMCs, or Memory Management Controllers. MMC chips boosted the graphical power of the NES, and sometimes even had extra RAM. This tech allowed the NES to keep up with the times, and the console stayed relevant well into the 1990s.
I think what really made the NES special was, of course, the games.
Affirmative.
Nintendo has a strong tradition of research and development when it comes to new game ideas. Instead of copying what everyone else was doing, they hired some of the very best engineers to come up with brand new ideas. Nintendo's most famous game designer is Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Super Mario, Donkey Kong, Excitebike, and The Legend of Zelda. He designed games that let players interact with game worlds in ways they never had before.
Of course, Miyamoto-san's games weren't the only NES classics. Metroid was more than a platformer, it was a game of exploration. It made you feel like you were gingerly probing your way through a scary alien world. River City Ransom was highly customizable, adding RPG properties to the fighting game genre. And who could forget Tetris, the block-stacking puzzle arcade hit from Russia? Tetris won over millions of humans with its compelling Just One More Go gameplay.
At their best, NES games weren't just compelling to play, they rose above the limits of graphics and sounds and became portals into the world of the imagination.
Nintendo innovated with hardware as well. NES game packs supported battery backup, so players could save their games. This was a big deal in the 80s.
Yeah, Darren, I remember that was a massive game changer. Before you could save your game straight to the cartridge, you had to write down these really long passcodes with a pen and paper and then re-enter it later just to pick up where you left off.
Nintendo also paid close attention to every aspect of the console's physical design, from the optimal number of buttons for the control pad to the peripherals like the light gun.
Yes, Darren, the Nintendo Zapper. I can't tell you how much fun I had with this thing. I found the best way in Duck Hunt was if you pressed it right up next to the screen, you could never miss the ducks. It was awesome.
Oh, lasers!
Oh, but that dog was really annoying.
Affirmative. Consoles come and go, but the soul of the NES lives on. Happy birthday, NES.
Yes, happy birthday, my old friend.
All right, Goose. It's time to go answer all my fan mail at the Ask Good Game desk.
Don't you mean answer questions, Darren?
I suppose we could do that too. Come along, come along.
I'm taking this with us.
Fan mail.